Hey, what's going on, Cornucopians? How y'all doing today? Good day at the Boar household. It's been a wild week in Cornucopias. I'm going to give you a little Boar alpha. This has nothing to do with Cornucopias. However, if you want to know what my deathbed meal is going to be, I just had it. And I have it whenever I can. If y'all live in the States and you know Jimmy John's, let me tell you. An Italian club, extra mayo, extra sauce, add turkey, salt and vinegar chips. That's all I need. That's my last meal. So now you know a little bit of alpha on Copiboar. Let's get into the week. The week of Cornucopias. It's dense, man. These weeks are getting denser and denser as we come into the bull season. So I'm going to start it off like I usually do, running through my Twitter a little bit because I basically live and breathe Cornucopias 24/7 and documented in my X. But since we met last week, it was a beautiful week last week. Here's a beautiful bonfire I was having at my house. This thing was like 10, 12 feet tall, something wild. And then it's been snowing. I was cutting my lawn not long ago. But anyways, Cornucopias. We're starting to be seen by some of the mid to larger influencers, and a lot of ones that I personally love a lot. Easy, I really like this guy. He's always been a big fan of Cardano, and I got him to call out Cornucopias. He said he's always loved it, but it's always good to hear it from the horse's mouth or from the DZ's mouth. Here's the first bit of alpha that I scooped up out of Discord, and this was super exciting to me from Matt, our marketing director. I don't know if y'all have seen this. We are targeting a new track, which I believe to be the blue track, along with leaderboard release, which is slotted for sometime in May. March, April, May. That's coming up pretty soon. So we have Avatar Builder. We have Solus. exploration, world travel, and somewhere in there, leaderboards, which is awesome because it's going to make our times official, and there's no more skirting around and making uh, guesses about where you're standing within the community. So that's going to be fantastic, and I'm just super excited about it. So it gives some clarity to that and something to look forward to. Before moving on, thanks y'all for hanging out. What's up, Daryl, JP, Earthpath, Non-Mom Freer, Cyrus, and I saw Mr. Ken, formerly known as Chias. He went to bed, but thank you for saying hi. Moving on. Doug Hype. We did not have actually Cornucopias on Doug Hype this week, but I stayed and listened just in case. We did not miss any alpha, but we were not present this week. We did have some nice coverage from Kyle Chasey, decently sized YouTuber, and has actually been, I've learned, was an advisor for some time now. Someone needs to get out there to Sam Withers and let him know that this C on here is not the Cornucopias logo. He said, someone asked him in his tweet, he said, what is this? Oh, what's up, Jimby? It's Jimby. Okay. How goes it, Jimby? That this is not the Cornucopias. Someone said, what is that C symbol? And he said, and he tagged Cornucopias, but clearly it's not Cornucopias. So we need to get that updated, Mr. Sam Withers. Moving on, Around the Corn. If you guys have not checked out Around the Corn with Eddie Z and Faux Hubris, they are locking things down, making me look absolutely amateur. It is so entertaining. They jive well together. They have like a every week podcast while in Cornucopias, and I absolutely love it. It gets cleaner and better every time. If you don't know it, Around the Corn, check it out. Super good. What else? Oh, we had Mr. Jerome Powell. Come out, and we had surprisingly-ish, dovish speak from Jerome Powell, which, in case you don't know, that means it's bullish for the markets. The DXY took a nice dump upon the FOMC meeting, which usually means risk assets go up and Bitcoin goes up. So we had a nice slight recovery from some of the massive dumpage that we have been, massive dumpage, relative. We're still climbing the ladder out of the bull. Into the bull, climbing the ladder into the bull, waiting for the parabolic. Here we had Crypto Banter, Hustlepedia, start covering us. Awesome. That is a channel we want to be on the regular basis. As well as another great video for Mr. Late Game Crypto with Josh. Very good. And then I just wanted to point out, if you did not really focus in on my thumbnail, that was a photograph or a screenshot taken by Linda, the triple OG from Discord, well known, one of the very first testers and one of the kindest people in the community. She is very well known for doing her good morning pictures and sharing them with the community. And I reached out to her asking if she would share some of them with us so we could, in turn, share them with the world of Web3 through X and through whomever we could share them with, to share the beauty of Cornucopias. Because even though some of us might play it, or she has such a great eye in capturing composition within the game, and just beautiful. So I'm so glad she shared some of those. If you want to pick up some of those, stop by my X and save them to your computer. Here was a nice little ditty by my man COPI Unicorn. Whoa. That was some cool lo-fi. I really and he told me that's my racing footage. So that was super cool. He is always working hard. Our community is what is up. He's also doing some awesome good morning things with trying to call out attention to Cornucopias with tons of different content creators by having them in his good morning coffee memes. So fantastic as always. Mr. Ivan, always, I mean, this is the man that's going to bring Cornucopias to the front pages. He's got a great audience and he's got great energy, and he's continuing to cover us. So fantastic. He was covering a little bit of price action. And then we had the doozy. We had the COPI Cafe. And this thing, I'm not lying when I say I'm I watched it. I just finished watching it 3 more times before doing this video, and I watched it 3 times prior in the week. It was densely full of lots of alpha on anything from the, well, we'll just go to it real quick. Um, they spoke a little bit about the affiliate program, which will be helping garner more content creators to be covering Cornucopias, and they'll be able to put out links. So, and capturing a fraction of that revenue and giving them incentive to push the project. So I know all of you already love and adore Cornucopias. So just hold off and buy about 100 nodes if I get an affiliate link, and use my affiliate link, please. Thanks. Anyways, so that's good. Things are cooking along with that. The tokenomics is what we've been waiting for, and we were thinking we were going to see it this week. They were hinting at that we were, but they ended up discussing and adding a few more things to that. And I'm just going to play it real quick because Josh wraps it up real quick in a quick soundbite here. So let's do that.
So here we go. This is the topics we're going to cover. The details on the original vesting schedule and forecasted circulating supply. We're going to cover faucets and sinks of the economy. We're going to cover detail on reward pool mechanics, utility of the COPI token, and and that it'll be the only currency, the marketplace. There'll be some information.
Okay, so I even watched that part like 8 times because at the end there, he was saying how it'll be the only token in the marketplace. And I don't know if that means the marketplace within game only or within the marketplace in which we mint NFTs. I would assume it's the in-game only one, but how does all that work? And what is the utility going to be, and how is it going to be spelled out? So that is something we've all been waiting for a long time. It's going to answer a ton of questions, and I'm really excited about it, as well as having a sort of visual deck that we're able to share with people as far as the vesting and the future vesting. That's needed and exciting. I think that's going to help a lot of people on the investment side of things. So I think
around that. So that's basically.
So that's basically it. Just wanted to double check I didn't miss anything. So that seems to be coming out next week. They have 3 experts working on it. It's going to be a big deal. There's going to be videos made on it. There's going to be a lot of speculation is going to begin and end with that, and I'm really happy for it. After that, after they talk about tokenomics, they started speaking on the land rush, and this is where you really have to digest for a long time. Some of the key points: the world travel system, which I'm super excited about. We have not seen it at all. I mean, glimpses of the highways and stuff, but how actually the public transport's going to work, us getting on the larger ships. Are we going to be able to use our NFTs to fly? I don't know. They haven't even spoken on that at all. They talked about the need for server scaling and the nodes and Season X. All of these things are going to be coming out around the same time as the first land grab, which is slated to be around July, August, September, Q3 for the first land grab, which is Solus. Solus 1, 2, and 3. And they want to be able to get through all 3 zones by the end of the year. So Esperanza after that, and Fortune after that. That is a ton of stuff to get through, and they have got their work cut out for them. They also spoke on guild tools as far as the land grabs go, because some of the guilds have hundreds and hundreds of plots, and how are they going to give permission out to different players within that guild to go pick lands? to make that. If they have a slotted amount of time, Rob said, that they might need to delegate that out to other people. So, uh, I guess that's been in the works for quite some time, but I can't imagine the amount of uh, the amount of stuff that they are actually working on and buttoning up and getting close to releasing is just astronomical. So the respect goes out to the team for how much how large of an endeavor this is and all the deliverables that are headed our way. And just one final little touch on the land grab, and they also said that the within the zones, the sectors will be connected by a walkway, a three-way walkway, and then I would assume in the center is where our public housing is. So again, I can't wait to see it. I would imagine it's going to be breathtaking, to say the least. So, Joe Davidson says, sponsored by Corny B. Yeah, there's a story behind that. He's a kind soul, and he hooked me up with a tappy to be able to share tappy statistics with the Corn fam. He's been sharing them in Discord, and he just said if you'd like to share one, that's how I have access to that because I don't spend money on tappies. I buy Copi. Can all thank, and I don't really even use it that often unless some big sale happens or some large alert happens where I need to go do a little investigating. If there's a large spike in something, but it's very nice to be able to access. So thank you, Corny B, and that's why I have him on there. All right, moving on. Land. This was about land. Land is starting to sell, and I want to put this in perspective a little bit for y'all. I know we're all coming to this sort of same conclusion, but I just want to put it in perspective again. Okay, the initial mint for the Cornucopias land sale was zones 1 through 3. So that is the 3 ones that are going to be land grabbed this year. And they've all been minted, so the only way you can get it is on secondary, and the number that are listed are increasingly diminishing. By the time the hype is here and you have the land grab of Solus, then there's going to be even more hype for the next one and even more hype for the next one. And you all have the same pool of assets to pull from. So, in my opinion, the land deeds are being slept on. I understand why, because it hasn't come to fruition yet, but it's right around the corner, and we're starting to see it. Some of the goodies get pulled off. We just saw not long ago, it was a few days ago, the Epic Mythic got scalped for a very reasonable 12,000 ADA, I believe it was, and I even compared it to the Copious Legendary around 10.8. I mean, that's a steal too. There's only 240 Copious plots in all 3 of these zones, and there is only 5, 10, 15 for sale. That's it. That's it. That's all that's left for sale. And that's all for all rarities. So things are getting pretty exciting, pretty interesting. I'm even having a case of FOMO. I've never been one to say I'm going to invest in land other than to play the game. But I feel like I'm like, dang, should have bought a lot more land at some point. But I have my stuff I'm going to play with. I got some higher rarities, and I'm happy with it. But dang, I do feel FOMO. I do really want this Copious Legendary really bad. So nobody click that button, okay? So, and with that blue track, even intertwined in all of this, we're supposed to get a Class S mint coming up. The F9R mint is going to be happening somewhere in here. There's going to be a Cardano side S Class 2. There's so many deliveries this year. It's just kind of hard. I wish I could see the playbook be a fly on the wall in the Cornucopias team meetings. So, needless to say, we have crossed over our weekly close, and it looks like we have closed on a very healthy note. I'll get to the candles a bit later, But let me refresh here. We have a little drop. I don't know when that happened, but point something something. So we're up a little bit on the fresh day here, I think. But 77 million market cap on the 7 day here. We did have that drop off when the market took down, and then we had a healthy pickup here when Jerome Powell had his talk, and the markets kicked back in. We are doing a 24-hour volume of $779,000, which is decent. I would like to keep that above a million on a daily basis, but we will get there. We will get there. Am I going to mint an F9R? Goose says. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many other things that I want to get. I want to get more nodes. I know they're going to have. I'll probably mint one. Yeah, I'll probably at least mint one. But I do want to see what the Cardano version is, because we're going to have cross chain races, and you got to have one for each chain. So moving on, the monthly on Cornucopias. This is we still have we're nearing the end of the month here. It is the 24th, January, February, March, and we're getting so darn close to the halving. It's ridiculous. I want to see this candle close above point. Let's just call it in the nines. I want to see it close above 0.09, and I would feel very bullish. It does look great. It looks great, but I want this candle body to be the highest closing candle body that we have had on the monthly yet. That would make me feel very good. Let's bring it down a little bit closer here. Here is our weekly close. So a little bit of indecision on this candle, but this is something I noticed. We are closing a bit of a, bit higher to the top than the wicks down to the bottom. And what I did notice here, this pattern, right before our large run up, we had green, 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 a little bit of a correction, and then monster candles, So can I hope? Sure. We got green, 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 a little bit of a correction. Can we monster out of this? I love a little monster trucking, if you know what I mean. Go a little closer. We had those daily bear divs play out. We have caught some support here on these moving averages. And we've really done a whole lot of sideways, is basically since this run up of the excitement of the centralized exchanges. So I'll pull us up. This is interesting here. I'm gonna see if I can get this a little closer for y'all. There we go. All right, look at that. Look at how this price action is reacting to these fib levels, and look at how absolutely boring these last. This is the daily. Look at this. Derp, 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 derp. And then a little downturn on this daily here. But respecting these fib lines, what I'm hoping is we're catching it as support, and we're going to use it to bounce up. We've definitely consolidated here for some time. If you look down here on the stochastic RSI, we have clearly been oversold. Last time we were this oversold, we were in the 0.064 region. So I'm hoping for some more upside, and I'm hoping for this MACD to start getting some upward momentum as well. I'm gonna pull in a little closer here, see what else we got. I'll go to the 4-hour just to see what we're going. Now that is some interesting price action on the 4-hour. Maybe this is gapping something. Maybe it was not pulling in the information that it should have, because that's a bit ridiculous. There was more movement than that. But let's get ourselves. We need to get back above this fib line and make sure we're not back testing it as resistance now. So, like I said, let's get back into the 9 cents, and I will be a happy man. Yeah, there seems to be some sort of glitch here, because we have a lot of unregistered price action. We'll just call that one. All right. On the COPI ADA pair, it looks like we have a bit of a sell-off we have had resistance at the 0.14. The 0.14 has been the resistance for quite some time here on the copiated pair. It's been hovering around 0.136 and 0.139, maybe a little bit into the 0.14s, but um, hasn't hasn't had much luck above it, and it's looking like it does not want to load. So we're just going to skip on. We have similarly the same amount of wallets that we've always had, about 34,405, relatively unchanged. Oh, there's my chart. Okay, here's my chart. We'll pull it up. I am still looking for us to make a breakout. My initial of this pattern was the 0.19, which I keep stating, and it would be nice if this flagged out eventually, and we could get us our next measured move up to 0.17. Of course, I'm not a professional. This is what I hope for. On the BNB wallets, we seem to have lost quite a few of the BNB holders, about 70, 75, but we have made that up exactly on the ETH side. So again, a wash. Nothing that interesting. Um, what we really need is some new eyes and some new buyers and some new wallets. And again, like I've said in the past, I would like somewhere in all of these crazy plans that they have to, in addition, have another chain added, and preferably one that is in view this cycle as a top tier gaming layer one. So AVAX, Solana, AVAX. I'm no expert, but I did see the GDC conference and the kind of stuff that the kind of money that they're putting into that kind of stuff. So more eyes, the better. I'm just gonna check out chat here real quick for those of y'all that have joined me, and I just want to say thank you, Corn family, Jimby, Goose, love the NFT coverage. Yeah, man. Well, when it gets interesting, you got to cover it. We got a lot going on. DJ the Dinosaur says, I picked up 3 domes this week. Large common. Yeah, the dome prices are crazy. That's another thing that's going to hit hard. They talked about having a separate team for development on the domes towards the end of the year. That would be fantastic, and I do believe, yeah, that's the mint prices are they're below the mint prices. That's pretty crazy. So, well done, DJ. Good find, and that will pay off for you, I am sure. So, um, it's definitely been a dense week, as I said. We have an exciting week ahead, as always. I am really looking forward to this tokenomics paper, and I just can't imagine what they're going to have in the next Copi Cafe. I would suggest you sit down and you listen to Copi Cafe 85 again, because it's just full of alpha. You want to sift through that. The guilds have a phenomenal time ahead, and they something they've been. I can't imagine sitting on hundreds of plots of land and getting ready and being strategic in placing the business. They're building a business, among other things. So exciting stuff. I think that's kind of it. I do see. I'll just add this in closing thought. I do see a lot of new faces coming into Discord on a regular basis, and everybody that does come into Discord is super, uh, super impressed by the game and super excited to get in. And I think as we get these land plots and the world travel system and just being able to exist in the area, which we will eventually be spending most of our time in. We're going to be spending most of our time on the lands in the domes. It's going to really start ramping up. So, let me know in the comments if you think this is something I've been talking a little bit on the down low. Maybe I'll put up an X poll. But do you think we should have a Corn family spaces? Let us know. Let me know in the comments. And let me know if I should put up a poll on X. Some sort of weekly get together, especially once we start having uh, more gameplay, because there's tons of amazing people in the community, and to get them up here, like in a shared voice, I like the format, and I appreciate uh, you know who you are, reaching out to me and talking about it. So we'll see how it goes. And if we could pull it off, we got the time. But Corn Fan plot, that would be cool. Corn Fan plot. Like a Dow for like a copious, and then we all sleep in sleeping bags on it. I don't know, Jim B. You tell me. But okay, fam. Oh, okay. Corn Fam space. Yeah, I think lots of people have stuff to say, and if you knew me in real life, you know I'm the quietest person in the room. Generally, I just like to listen. So it's very odd being the only one talking. Yeah, I think that'd be a good community builder, and it's good because you have it's showing on. You get so much more coverage on X because you get the little blips, the little pills at the top saying his space is going on. I think it'd be healthy for the project. So. Goose says, when Solus comes out, hope we can all get together and explore. You know it, buddy. That's a whole nother thing, man. Do you know if we'll be able to make tools for making our own unique game with them? There will be build kits, different unique build kits for the domes, Jim B. Um, So what those exactly look like, I do not know, but I know they'll be friendly. I mean, they did speak about different kinds of build kits, like the commercial build kit, your PvP build kit, your all those different things, which is in the Dome deck, which you can find in Discord by hitting !! Dome deck in the chat. It'll pull up the official Dome deck for you. But yeah, I think it's going to be similar to the system that they're actually using to build our buildings on our land plots. It's just going to be more user friendly for us, for the average user. So, which is awesome because you don't need to hire a developer to develop your your custom dome. So, thanks for the chat, guys. I appreciate a little back and forth. I know it's a good time. So, all right, well. If not anything else, I'm going to call it. And thanks all for joining me. Love you, Corn Fam. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.